Hi everybody, and welcome to another episode of Orthodoxy 101. Well, as you can see, I'm standing in front of this very large cannon, or more rightfully, an instrument of war. And that brings me to a question that a lot of people have asked on the show, and also other people have asked me too. And that's when you have a situation where somebody like a serial killer or some kind of leader who commits atrocities, and they approach the end of their lives and they realize, uh-oh, I may be going to hell. How do I get out of this? Wait a minute. Jesus, please forgive me. I mean, is that how it works? Is that the free ticket to heaven? No, we're not talking about those brave men and women, those soldiers who have fought for God and country, because we have many examples of that kind of bravery and that kind of fighting in the Old Testament. What we're talking about here are those people who commit atrocities just for the sake of evil or for their own personal agenda. So the question is, do these people who commit these atrocities, do they get a free pass into heaven by tricking God? I mean, even St. Paul and St. John Chrysostom said, "Come, those of you at the 11th hour, and join the banquet." Well, what this really comes down to is the theme that we have at Lent, which is repentance. Is this true repentance on their behalf, or is this false and they're trying to trick their way into heaven? The example of true repentance is St. Paul himself. I mean, he was committing atrocities against the early Christians. And what happened? Through true tears of repentance, Paul became one of the greatest apostles. So yes, it can happen. But many, many times what we see in these people who do commit these evil acts is we don't see true repentance. We don't see a true willingness to be forgiven for what they have committed. And in that sense, they will be held accountable to judgment. After all, at the Orthodox funeral service, what do we say? We say, "Those who have done good to the resurrection of life, and those who have done evil to the resurrection of judgment." And that's where Orthodoxy has to leave it, is that God will make those judgments upon those people based on their willingness to be forgiven and their willingness to have true tears of repentance. So as Orthodox, as humans, we can't have the arrogance to proclaim and know what is in someone's heart. Only God, in His omnipotent wisdom, can know that. And so we can't say what's going to happen to that person, whether they're going to heaven or to hell. Well, thanks everybody for watching the video, and I better get out of here because I'm not sure if this can is loaded or not. So remember, like, share, subscribe, and watch our next videos coming up soon.